All right, and we are live.
That's right. January 22nd, we have a whole new crew here. We've added some people and wanted you to meet a bunch of people. Most of you know Bernie Sanders, right? Nuke is playing the Sanders role. If you don't know what we're talking about, go on our Twitter and see some of the memes that we posted. And we also have Shahar and Jake and Bethany. Come say hi.
Happy Friday, everyone.
And we have Tamid here, and we have Zach, as always, joining us every week. So we're going to do an opening, then we're going to share with you what our tech team has been working on, a demo of our web app that many of you have been waiting for. So here it is, and it will be launched later in February. So let's talk about, so last week I was supposed to actually do a price prediction for 2021. If you remember, we had called 2020 pretty accurately, right, within a few $100. So everybody's like, okay, Alex, well, if you hit it on 2020, come on, what is going to be on 2021? So this year is a much harder job to do a prediction. And the reason is that we know we have a mass of retail and institutional and corporate users coming in. Celsius is just drowning under the request, the new accounts being opened up, corporate, institutional, and so on, and also a lot of retail users from all over the world. So we know the demand is there, right? What we don't know is how many sellers do we have at every price level. So what we've seen in the last few weeks, and I've written several articles about it, and I'll share some of them with you. There was an article that came out last night on Forbes. But if you've seen me on CNN, on Bloomberg, on Yahoo Finance, talking about basically looking at the levels, the volume levels at that 30,000, 35,000, 40, 42,000, and so on, right? So what we don't know is how many people are going to now sell at 46 or 50 or 60 or 70 and so on, right? So I'm going to talk in generalities, like price ranges, what I think the ranges are going to be, what the flow is going to be. So again, you've seen me in December. A lot of people got upset with me that I said, hey, a correction is coming. And they're like, no, we're going straight to the moon. I'm like, no, we're first going to revisit 20-something thousand. I still think we're going to probably go a little bit lower to the 24 or 26,000 levels, and then shoot to new highs, right? So it doesn't mean I'm not buying. Yesterday I bought Bitcoin, I bought Ethereum, I bought Cell Token yesterday, right? So it's not about being right or being wrong. It's about making small purchases along the way and averaging your way in, right? If you believe in a certain asset, you believe in Bitcoin, you think it's going higher over the long term. The job is not to figure out, I caught the bottom at $29,063 and I'm a genius. That is not the job. I bought some at 31,000, I bought some at 30, I bought some at 29,000, right? So, and I bought some on the way up. So I think the issue is to understand the ranges. So for 2021, my prediction is that we're closing the year above 77,000, right? And I'll explain to you why that is a magic number. But the range is probably going to be anywhere from the low 20s to as high as 160,000. Yes, we're going to have another run up and we're going to have another correction. So these are the ranges that you have to worry about. And you have to kind of decide, okay, how much money am I going to allocate to this asset class in 2021? Can I divide it into 12 installments? And can I deploy these things in a way that gives me an average entry point where at the end of the year, if Alex is right, at 77,000, my average is going to be much lower than that, right? Because you don't want to be buying at 160,000 and FOMOing in and then ending the year at a lower number. So again, what we don't know is how many sellers are there. And what we don't know As an example, for example, everybody's celebrating, like, is excited about this grayscale and how much money is going in there. 80% of the Bitcoin going into grayscale is already Bitcoin that has been bought, meaning it's not grayscale buying in the open market. It is institutions that may have even borrowed from us, depositing Bitcoin they already have. It's not a new Bitcoin. It's not Bitcoin being bought in the markets. Depositing it in grayscale for a variety of reasons, right? They're either arbitraging the spread or they're trying to do something else, right? So you have to understand that not everything you read or see on YouTube is true and correct, and you can't just FOMO in. A lot of the stuff is just there to entice you to buy in, so somebody else can dump on you. You know, so these are all again assumptions. This is not investment advice. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts and what I'm doing, and each one of you has to make his own decision, her own decision about what you can afford, how much risk you want to take, and what actions you're taking. Another piece that is very important to the price of Bitcoin in this year is how much volume is going to move from the offshore exchanges, BitMEX and Bybit and Deribit and so on, and move to onshore exchanges, so Coinbase and Kraken and CME and so on. The more volume that moves over, the less volatility we're going to have. Less volatility means we're going to go higher, because what's happening right now, what happened yesterday, was that a lot of the newbies, a lot of the first timers who bought Bitcoin on the way up at 41, 42,000, who thought they were like getting a great price, it's going straight up to 100,000, I'm going to be rich. The minute it started crashing, guess what they did? They started selling, and that's why we went to 29,000. So if we have less of that volatility, we're going to achieve higher prices overall, because less of the new people coming in, which is going to be the majority of people in 2021, are going to be selling into these corrections.
You think the institutions that are joining are part of it? Are there strong hands, or is that yet to be?
So you have institutions and you have corporates, right? I think corporates are much more, I think, longer term. Again, they're looking at this as treasury management. And so I think they are less, you have to worry about them less. The institution, the professionals, they do some hedging, they do some trading around the position. So they are not always on your side. Sometimes they're on the other side because they want to lock in some of their gains, or because they want to average in over time, and they're basically hedging their position. So institutions sometimes do contribute to more volatility, and people need to understand that. So when you see record volumes on the CME, for example, that's mostly institution. That's not retail, right? So there's certain parameters that kind of tell you which direction we're going to. All right.
And
so
what do you say to the new people that are coming into the space now, or that are first coming to Celsius? How should they handle this volatility, or how should they think about this volatility?
So again, if you risk too much, then you can't sleep well at night, right? Like, oh my God, what if it crashes? I'm going to lose half my money. And then you get all upset and you sell just at the wrong moment, right? If you don't put too much into the market, then you let it ride. You can be a hodler, right? Hodl. So the point is not to overdo it, right? I mean, it's not about, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Let me dump everything into Bitcoin and pray, right? This is about asset allocation and getting enough exposure so you can continue generating earnings in dollars, but you're taking a piece of it and you're putting it as, again, doomsday insurance, as a retirement plan, as things that you put if, in case the world just blows apart, right? So we have a new administration, we have a new treasury person in treasury, we have a new person at the OCC that actually is crypto friendly, we have a new person at the SEC who taught crypto at MIT, right? Crypto friendly people all around, right? Now we gotta sit and wait to see what decisions do they make, right? So again, if you put everything in right now, and like Janet Yellen made a speech and she just mentioned few words about, hey, you know, there is some illicit activity in Bitcoin, boom, Bitcoin goes down 20-something%. So that's how sensitive we as a market are to every word that comes out of these things. Now, again, the person from the OCC hasn't spoken yet. The person from the SEC hasn't spoken yet. right? They may speak and the price will go up, or they may speak and the price will go down. Are you ready for that? Do you have dry powder on the sidelines, stable coins or whatever, ready to come in case they say something stupid and the price of Bitcoin goes down to 20,000? This is the time to add to your position, right? And so on. So all we're saying is that it's a year-long plan. It's not a plan for January. And all of my prediction may be wrong. All these price levels that I gave you may be completely wrong. And we may go to 160,000 tomorrow morning, right? So these are all assumptions. They worked exceptionally well last year, but we may be 100% wrong. Statistically, we probably will be.
Yeah, you got it wrong last time by a day, right?
By a day, by a few hours, yeah.
It's not always right.
So look, again, we are not trading, right? We don't have any, we meaning Celsius, do not have any positions. We are not long, we're not short. Our job is just to generate yield or lend these assets to generate yield, right? So we never I don't want anyone to think, oh my God, we are, Alex is going long on the market or is shorting the market. I don't do any of that stuff. And Nuke doesn't do any of that stuff. And believe, he presses the button much more than me. I don't even have access to the coins.
Every time I try to guess, it costs me millions by now, all my guesses.
Of trying to guess, yes.
And this volatility is actually good for our core business, right? Like because we're not picking winners or losers, this volatility increases rates for everybody over time, right?
Right. So volatility allows us to extract more out of the institutions. Like right now, they're all looking for dollars, right? They're begging for dollars. We're charging double digits, and that's how we're paying you 10.5%, right? They're begging. They're like, can I borrow more dollars, right? And so all these things are good for our users, right? It's great for our 340,000 users who are entrusting us with their assets. But it's not so good for the average person who really is nervous every day and doesn't know what to do next. All right, so that's our opening. I think we should, for those who don't know you and Shachar and Jake, why don't we spend 30 seconds each to tell everybody who you are, what you do, when did you join the company, and then we'll go into the main event.
I'll start and I'll. Is Shachar online?
Yeah.
So hey. So yeah, I'm Nuke. I'm the CTO. I joined Alex and Daniel on day one of this company, and been on this ride. When we were 3 people, and now we're 150.
Yeah, almost 160. Yeah,
160. So, hell of a ride. And I'm the CTO. And the tech team is now about 50 people and growing fast. So we have about 6 different groups in 3 different regions. Shachar is the product manager of the web app development. So that's a team that we basically started establishing in October and November. So pretty new team, and they've done a phenomenal job in getting starting from zero. I'll post online the first thing that they did, which was a bunch of boxes. It's pretty funny, and you'll see the demo shortly. It's unbelievable progress in a short time, and of course, security and the quality of the software is very, very important to us. So they managed to do it in a record time, and I think you will enjoy the demo. So Shachar.
Cool. Hello, everyone. I'm Shachar. 34 years old from Tel Aviv. I'm a tech lover and crypto enthusiast. I've been working at Celsius in the past 6 months, I think, as the product under the product team. By the way, before joining Celsius, I was part of a founding team of a crypto lending startup called Lenduit, and we tried doing exactly what Celsius is doing now. So joining Celsius was the next big step for me, and I'm very proud of being a part of Celsius, of course. Yeah.
Yes, it's a funny thing. There were 3 companies trying to compete with Celsius, and they didn't know each other. All of them in Tel Aviv, in the same neighborhood.
Right.
And all 3 of them are now working for Celsius. So we got Nir, who is the director of product. Right. We got Shachar.
BeSave
and Yuki, who is the chief developer, also another company doing the same thing, collateralized loans. Yeah.
I found the analysis that I did when I was working then, and we did a list of competition, and Celsius, I found the Excel sheet, and Celsius was first in the list.
Right.
So, funny, yeah.
Yes.
So. All right, Jay, come say hi to everybody. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jake. I'm 25 years old. I've been involved in social media, video production, audio production for 3 or 4 years now. I discovered pretty early on that banks aren't your friends. Overdraft fees, money disappearing when I didn't expect it. And so it was a pretty quick click whenever I stumbled into Celsius and the ethos behind unbank yourself and just putting financial freedom back into the pocket of the everyday person really meant a lot to me whenever I kind of started getting introduced to Celsius. And so media is a very, very powerful medium. As we can see, in the world today, it's so important, the message and how we present it. And so I wanted to jump on board here. So I started this Monday with Celsius, and I'm here to help grow the YouTube and just kind of the social marketing production with video work and audio production.
And you're filling in for Tom today, right?
Yes.
So Tom can enjoy. Where are you based? You didn't tell us where you're based.
Yeah, right now I'm based here in Kentucky, and it's just home. I actually grew up in the Philippines, though, so I've only been in the States here since college, but that's kind of some of my backstory.
Love your fried chicken, by the way.
That Jake is in production because he has a green screen behind him at all times. He's ready. He's ready to go and create a meme with any background you want. All right,
Absolutely.
great. So, Shahar, the floor is yours. Show us what you got.
Cool. Okay. So obviously we are very excited to present the Celsius web app and all of its features. Let's start. So the Celsius web app will have 2 versions, one for retail clients and one for corporate clients. At this point, both versions are very similar, but in the near future, we will work on various features to fit the needs of each type of client. Let's log in. So in order to log in, first you enter your login details, followed by a 2FA. As written here, protecting your account is our top priority, so 2FA will be a requirement to log in. And this is the new web app dashboard. Welcome.
Woo, beautiful.
And Shahar is doing a live demo. This is not a fake whatever. This is actually reading a real account with real data. So you gotta give him some credit for not doing a pre-recorded session or something.
Right. So the dashboard is divided into 2. The dashboard itself on the left and the coins sidebar on the right. The first tab is your coins. This is showing you the list of all your wallets. And each wallet shows the number of coins, their value in USD, the APY rewards available for the specific type of coin. And for eligible clients, there is also a toggle button to enable earn rewards and sell. So depending on your loyalty level, it will show you, for example, on Platinum, it will show you how much higher the APY reward is. Also at the top this top box, all coins is all coins combined. Moving on to the second tab, available coins, showing you the list of available coins, while the third tab is the list of coins that will be available soon. Back to the main dashboard. This section shows information for the highlighted wallet from the sidebar. So I'm going to choose Ethereum. And here you can see the total holding amount, the total rewards. Underneath that, there is a graph showing the total balance by different time periods. We are also working on a similar graph for rewards. So there will be like a toggle button here, and you will be able to switch between balance graph and rewards graph. Below the graph, there is the earnings section. On the left, we can see this year's earning divided into 2 types of earnings, rewards and appreciation. And on the right, you see the same information just for all times earning. At the bottom of the dashboard, there is a list of recent transactions, including the type of transaction, its status, date, amount. We also included the search option. And by clicking on the view all in the bottom, at the bottom, you will be presented with a full list of all transactions. Now, this part includes a filter option and an option to export the information as a CSV file directly to your email. Let's play with the filters a little bit. You can do a lot here. So let's say you can choose, for example, a specific type of transaction. Let's choose a few coins. So there is a multiple choice option, transaction status, date range, amount range, and you can filter it out, and there it is.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, you can also choose a specific transaction, and you will be presented with more details if there are any. For every status, there is a clear description and guidelines in some cases. Let's remove the filter. Scroll down a little bit. We have a few loan transactions here, so you can see principal received, loan approved, your funds are now available, or if your collaterals are locked. So loan approved, your collateral is now locked, right? So you get like a description for every transaction.
Yeah, you're busy presenting, so you're not watching the chat. But the chat, everybody is like,
really
amazing, looks amazing, we love it.
Blowing up.
Yeah, a few questions people had.
Cool.
Where is the data you're going to display goes back to my first transaction. So if somebody's been with Celsius for 3 years, are they going to see everything there, or it's just
everything there? And this is just really the alpha version, but later on you will be able to see like to have like a paginations here, and you will be able to choose how many transactions you want to see in a page. It's coming soon. In just like 2-3 more weeks, we will have this as well.
Yeah, the chat is flying, man. I mean, look at it. Look at the chat.
Yeah.
All right,
so
guys, don't forget to like, right? And share, smash the subscribe button. We want to destroy this video. We want everybody to see it. So let's make sure that we get this out to everybody. We got 1,627 people on this session right now. And our last video, actually, our last AMA, I think got something like 15,000 views already. So we want this one to go over 20,000, right? So we got to crank it up. Let's get everybody's got to press the like button, the share button, right? And subscribe to basically tell YouTube, hey, this is something special. You got to send it out to everybody else.
Yeah, and the beta starts right now. We have a few beta testers. We're going to extend that program. We have some corporate testers as well. By the way, a lot of this demand that comes from the corporates.
Yep.
There's a lot of corporates, banging on the door asking for this. So we're going to see some action there.
Right. And
Let me show you a bit more.
like Nuke said, this is a whole new team. So we basically double the dev team, right? So the team working on the corporate app, on the web app, are not kind of distracted with other things. So you're going to see a lot of new features and capabilities. So now we can deploy things on both sides. And again, some unique stuff that you'll see on the web app that may not be available on the mobile app because you have a big screen, you can display stuff differently. But we obviously want your input. Again, the beta testing right now is only open to whitelisting existing customers, but we're going to open it afterwards to the Platinum community and then to everybody towards the end of February and March. So if you want to participate, again, let us know, and we'll try to include you in one of these releases. But it's coming soon.
Could we ask some questions to Shahar about the web app?
Yeah,
Exactly.
sure. Go ahead.
Maybe we can show you just a little bit more because I have a few
Yeah.
more. So
Oh, there's more?
Wait,
Shahar,
there's more?
give me a few more minutes. Yeah.
Of course. No,
Okay.
we didn't know you weren't finished. I thought you
No,
were.
no. I didn't show you anything. So right. So yeah. So going back to the dashboard, we have the weekly rewards rates. This is where you can see all the rates. First, you show you your coins, and below that, other coins. You can also search for something specific under the search. Next, let's take a look at the send section. So send and receive is the equivalent of deposit and withdraw. And this is the send section. This part is used to send coins to external wallets. You can choose the type of coin that you want to send, enter the amount, right? You can have a toggle as well, like switch between them. Choose the destination. In this case, it's my withdrawal address. After that, you are required to confirm the transaction using 2FA and email verification. I'm going to do it right now so you can see how it looks like. And we have email verification, email sent. You can see that the transaction is waiting for verification, and I'm asked to go and check my email. So let's do this.
All very smooth, very clean.
Yeah.
Amazing job.
It usually takes like 5-10 seconds. So let's give it a few seconds.
Live demo.
Like that, yeah.
Hope Google works.
And what's happening right now is our back end communicating with an email system that sends out these verifications.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a few more seconds. Oh, yeah, we got the email. As you can see, confirm the withdrawal request. I'm going to confirm it. Confirm it again. And withdrawal confirmed. I can go back to the dashboard, sorry, to the send section. And then it's in pending, you see? So now we are sending it to the blockchain for approval. Again, as I said, there will be a description and guidelines if needed now. So yeah, and obviously you can go back to the recent transactions and you will see it here. So this is the send. By the way, transactions that are not completed, if you go back to the send section, you will still be able to see there is like attention. You currently have one transfer there needs attention. Moving on to the receive. This is for when you want to deposit coin. Here you can see a list of every coin and its address. You can copy the address, scan the QR code.
Nice.
Right? There is also an option to add new coins as well. So I can look for something specific here, a Misago, for example, or I can just choose a few more, add them to the list. And if you go back and scroll down, you will see them at the bottom, and you can choose them and again, copy their address and deposit. So this is the receive. Moving on, let's take a look at the settings, which can be accessed through the upper right menu showing your name. The settings includes 4 parts: profile, wallet, security, and API. By the way, you can log out here. All the settings are under one page. You can either scroll or use the sidebar to move between the sections. Let's look at them. So your information. This is like the information that you entered while signing up and doing the KYC. You cannot make any changes here because that's the information we approved, your address and your details. If you want to make any changes, it's via the support. But you can still see that the KYC is completed here. And if it's not completed, you will be notified here. The only thing that you can change here is uploading a new image if you want. So I can choose let me choose something that represents me better. This is me. Yeah, you can play with it a little bit and change an image. Yeah, now it's better, I guess. Moving on to wallet. So this is a list of all your wallets, including an option to add or change the withdrawal address for each wallet. Let's do a live demo of changing a wallet. So for example, we have Ethereum. You can either change their nickname or change the address. So let me change the address. This is my blockchain.com address. Change the nickname as well. And continue. Now I need to enter the 2FA again. And guess what? Email confirmation. As always, 2FA and email confirmations. So until I confirm the email, you will see, I can see that it's in pending confirmation. Okay, so if we go back to my email, this is to confirm the withdrawal address change. Approved. I can go back to the platform. Go back to the settings again, wallets. You can see that now the change is done, but it's locked for 24 hours, and you have like a countdown that shows you when you can withdraw. So this is the wallet. Moving on to security, this is where you can activate hodl mode or change your password. Changing password is very similar. We also added a few tips of how to make a strong password for security. Right? I'm not going to do this. And activating HODL mode, same for those who don't know. HODL mode is the feature to freeze your account in case you are not doing lots of transactions and you want to keep it more secure. When we do that, let me do it again now with the 2FA. We get the deactivation code. This is the code that you need to keep for the day when you want to deactivate the HODL mode again. So you have the code here. I'm not going to activate it, but that's how it looks like. And the last part of the settings is the API key. This is basically where you can generate API key for presenting information from Celsius on different platforms. So you can generate it. There it is. And you have the list. You have a list of a few API keys. You can revoke. These are the settings. So this is what we've been working on very hard, and I can tell you that this is really just the tip of the iceberg. In the next few weeks, we will give access to more and more beta testers. If everything goes as planned and if there are no security issues, we plan on a general release in the end of February or beginning of March. On a personal note, the last thing that I want to say is that I just want to express how important the community is for Celsius. Don't forget that many of us Celsius employees came from within the community, so we really are together in this. Everything you write us on social media, either if it's on Twitter, Reddit, Telegram, we read it, we see it, we get your feedback, and we'll always have an open channel of communication with you. And yeah, I can definitely say that we cannot do this without you guys. So thank you.
Yeah, so more feedback. Everybody wants dark mode.
Yeah.
We have dark mode almost ready, it's just not here, but I can, you want me? I can show you even the dark mode.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
show them dark mode, and they want to see that Aave is in there. Do you have Aave already? Because we just released it, so they want to know if you have Aave as well.
Oh, the dark mode.
What are you doing? Come on. Beautiful. I love it. That's my favorite.
Wow.
Those who know me for the last 3 years know that this is my favorite part.
Right.
Yeah.
The guys in Belgrade are saying, yeah, Nuke's favorite part is here.
Right.
There you go.
All right. The chat is going crazy. Everybody loves it. All right. Great.
Beautiful.
Look, so much. This is amazing.
I want to thank also Mark, the designer. Yeah. He's a designer we got from Tesla, I think.
Woo! A Tesla designer. All right.
So he's doing a great job. Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Shahar, we're not going to keep you. I know it's late in Tel Aviv, and
waiting.
Send our thanks to everybody on the team. And again, Nuke and I will come soon. We haven't even met in person yet.
Yeah,
you know, like
I haven't met up with the team because of Corona.
So after this Corona thing, we promise you, Nuke and I are going to drive our Tesla to the office and come and see you guys in Tel Aviv.
All the way to Tel Aviv. Yes. No, yeah. Look, from my perspective, the thing that I'm most proud of in this thing is that we managed to build a new team and create a collaboration between security and the team in Belgrade doing the infrastructure and the new team in record time. I mean, those who created companies or worked for large organizations know how hard it is to create such collaboration, and it's measured in results. You can see, you know. So.
But and it's also, look, we're not rushing it. I mean, we're going to take our time, make sure the security is there. We're only opening it to existing customers. You have to use your existing account. You must have 2FA. So I want to make sure that the rest of the community kind of doesn't feel like, oh my God, here's another. They opened another door for the hackers.
Yeah.
You know. So we have some of the best teams in the world doing security for Celsius. So I feel confident that. We're not going to have any issue. We never had any issue. We're not going to have issues. So we're in good heads. All right, perfect. Shahar, thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. When you have an update for us, we'll bring you back, and you can show us the next version.
Shabbat shalom.
The team,
right,
Yuki
perfect.
and Shimon and Panto and all the team. Yes.
Excellent. All right, so let's go through a little bit of news update. So I'm sharing the screen, right?
I think, Alex, I think you need to put your screen share window open on the platform.
All right. Okay. How about now? You got it?
Okay, there it is. Now, yep, now you're sharing your screen.
Perfect. So this is for those of you who are interested in joining Celsius. Again, we're now at 160. We're still hiring like crazy. Most of the people you saw today, met today, are new people who just joined us, but we still have plenty of openings. So if you go to this section of the website, right, it's under careers. The bottom of the main page is a button that says careers. These are the dates, upcoming dates for you to join us in our kind of open job fair. Yep. So please use these to register and join us, and we would love to have you. Again, Cell Token, I think, did a pretty good job recovering from this crazy 48 hours that we had, right? And I think thank you for all of you who trusted us and helped basically support Cell during this downturn. So let's go through. Wait a second. Why do I have all of these things here?
Something I was thinking about, Alex, is even there was extreme volatility in the market. How does the growing community, the growing assets, and then these growing affect the price of Cell Token going forward, right? I mean, what are we really seeing? Can we keep this growth going through the end of next year? The end of this year.
Yeah, look, so our growth has been pretty consistent. It's accelerating, right? We've published a lot of these numbers continuously, so it's not you don't have to guess. You can see the numbers for yourself. We, I think, do a better job than most people to let everybody know. Every week we show up here and tell you what the numbers are, and we have a whole bunch of people in the community who create charts and plot stuff and show you how those numbers translate into growth. So you don't need to be a genius or like a math whiz to figure it out, right? It's all public information. So here are some stats for this week. So obviously we did an announcement earlier this week that we crossed 5.3 billion in assets. Net transfers this week were over $60 million. 23,000 users made a transfer, and new users were 15,100 who registered and 3,200 who made a transfer, right? These are the numbers for this week. And I know the financier and all these other guys on Twitter are just going to grab all of that and plot it for you. And by tomorrow morning, you're going to have a new chart with all the stats and everything else that's going on. But again, if you missed the news, here is Finance Magnet, so you can go and read some of that. I published an article about pricing, again, predicting some correction. I think we published it right when Bitcoin was going over 41,000. Again, this is the article that came out last night on Forbes talking about price action and so on. So this is my latest commentary. So if you missed it, just Google this header. And I love this article. This is an article.
Our buddy.
Our buddy, Jamie Dimon, who recorded an all-time record profit, right? His company made $12.1 billion in profit in one quarter, right? So that's enough to give $2 to everybody on the planet. And he still does not give almost anything to his depositors, right? So all this money, all this $12.1 billion and this smug face, all our money is going to go to the shareholders and to the employees of JP Morgan. None of you, if you have a Chase account or you have a JP Morgan credit card or you are using the bank for whatever else, you're creating all that value, you're getting nothing, almost none of that, 0.1%. So Celsius, again, pays you 100 times more than Jamie, right? And I think
Alex,
I have a better hair due than
you shouldn't feel too. You shouldn't be too hard on him. His compensation didn't go up; it stayed at $31.5 million. So he didn't even get a raise.
No, but that excludes the 31 million excludes the bonuses and the stock options and so on. Over the years, he made over $1 billion. Okay, he got paid over $1 billion. But because he did such a good job giving all the money to his
I read somewhere that recently was in the room with all these guys, and they were like belittling DeFi, and he gave them a lashing. He said, "You guys, watch out! These guys are coming after us." Watch out for
crypto. Yes. That's right. They pay 100 times more than us. Some people might actually make some money here.
It's a lot of things. Stupid is not. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a post on Medium that. Celsius did. Here's another post. If you missed it, another great article about Sol Token. And let's go to the video. So here is a review that Crypto Daily did.
The other story, though, is about CO2 emissions potentially pushing up global warming as high as 2 degrees Celsius.
Wait, is that this review? I thought he did a review about Celsius.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Just if you go just a little bit, you go a little bit further. Here is the review about Celsius, right on the same show. Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Unlike most traditional loan services, Celsius loans don't require a credit check and typically grant you an approval within minutes, which is pretty freaking astounding. Now, Celsius Network isn't a wallet, technically. However, the other way to earn money through Celsius Network is through.
Anyway, I think Shachar did a better job than her, right, on their review. So also on our YouTube channel, again, if you're not following all of our posts, that's because you did not press that button, the subscribe button. You got to press it. Smash it. Smashinsky it. Come on. All right. And here is another show that we did with our guest, Miko Matsumura. He's an expert. He was the top evangelist for Java. All right. He's a pro. Thank you for joining us in another.
And the best smile in crypto.
Yes, exactly.
He's the happiest guy in crypto. I don't know
why.
And
he's definitely very thoughtful and always.
And he would maybe go like 5 or 6 feet, and then he would have to paddle back out. And all these old guys who just sit there. They just sit there. And all of a sudden, all the old guys get on their surfboards, and there's a huge wave.
Right. So becoming cycle. You have to wait for the 7th or 9th.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So the thing the guy asked, he's like, what the hell is going on? Like, why? How can you guys tell when it's big? And how can you guys tell when it's not a big wave, right? And what the guy said, the old guy turned to him and he said, you notice all our feet are sticking in the water, right? What happens is there's an undertow. And if your feet start to get cold, then it's the undertow. It's the,
So here is Miko teaching you how to surf. But the same lesson applies to crypto. When you feel that cold water undertow, meaning there's a lot of people coming and joining crypto, prices are going higher. So again, we have our feet in the water, and even though we don't trade, we're going to let you know. Exactly. Again, you can watch our subscribers. We're going to start reporting corporate subscriptions and everything else, break it out for you. So
Miko need to stop talking about the old people because time flows in one direction.
Right. No, this was a great episode. You should really, everybody should listen to it. Here's another one. These are highlights that we did.
Alex Mashinsky is back. He is the CEO of Celsius Network, and he has correctly called for all-time highs for the Bitcoin price this year.
So if you don't have time to watch the over 800 videos that we have on YouTube, we put together 10 segments that we thought were the best in 10 minutes or something? 10 segments in 10 minutes. So definitely a great one to watch. And again, why Celsius? Watch that video. And here also on our homepage, you can see 10 different ways to sell, right? You didn't even know there were 10 places you could buy, sell token. You thought there were 1 or 2. So here are all the different places, including you can swap on MetaMask. You have Loopring, which is a layer 2, no fee protocol. That's a beautiful new way of doing it.
I need to do a small PSA here.
Yeah.
Be careful when you use layer 2, like even the Binance chain or Loopring. Make sure when you move coins or tokens into Celsius, use layer 1. Because we got a lot of people say,
Right.
hey, my tokens are stuck in it.
Right, you got to move from layer 2 to layer 1 first, and then deposit into Celsius. Just like you're moving them into Loopring, you have to move first from layer 1 to layer 2, and then you put them in. So, and some news, flash news. Liquid is doing a special with Celsius, so you're going to see some special offerings from them. If you don't have a Liquid account, go ahead and open it. There's going to be special promotion and special incentives. And same thing with Loopring. Loopring is going to do some special stuff on layer 2. And so definitely a lot of exciting stuff coming in. And if you haven't used all these different mechanisms, you should compare them and decide what is best for you. Again, some of them save on fees. Some of them don't have withdrawals. Some of them have other benefits. So
I think the community needs to be aware that we're one of the best, if not the best, API provider in the industry. And we've done it from the beginning. That's why we have so many partners. The tech team almost is not involved anymore.
Yeah.
They just take the API, and we're going to improve on that. There's some surprise coming later.
Right, and like Liquid is going to allow you to trade and earn interest at the same time, which is a beautiful feature, right? Yeah. So here is another page. We've updated the page in the app that talks about licenses and regulation. So as you see, we've added another SEC registration and our latest FCA registration. So if you click on this, for example, it takes you to the companies that are registered with the FCA. This is the regulator in the UK. We are a UK company, so this is where we have to be under. And this is a provisional license that was issued to all these companies. You're going to find Celsius right here, right under C. And guess what? You're not going to find a bunch of companies here that you would expect, right? Like, for example, BlockFi is in here, and even what do you call it? Even Coinbase is in here.
Our lawyers, I think, are the hardest working people in Celsius.
Yeah, that's right. And we keep
keeping
hiring,
us safe.
We keep hiring more and more and more of them, right? Yeah. So all these things are things that we do to make sure that all of you have trust with us, to show you that we're staying compliant. We are continuing to file with regulators. We're continuing to update them on all the business. Again, under the community page, if you look at the community translations, you'll see new content in like 20-something languages. Yeah. So French and Hindi and...
There's no Hebrew there, by the way. Somebody in Tel Aviv needs
No, because Israel is closed. That's why. That's we're waiting for a license in Israel. So yes. Spanish, Castilian, Thai, and so on. So definitely, if you are more comfortable in a different language, you should be living on this page. All right, great. So we have, this is the update for the news. And we're going to do rapid fire now, or no? Nuke is going to do most of the rapid fire. So hit him with lightning round. Hit him with
yeah. We got some questions for you, Nuke. Okay, so I'm just going to bunch these up all together. Could we get an update on all of the assets that are coming soon to the app?
Yeah, so Aave, first of all, let me start that the app, we delayed it another week, not our fault. What happened is the Google store decided to reject everything that says Bitcoin. So we had to remove Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin from one language and resubmit. So we want to have the app on both Google and Apple together. So it will happen next week, unfortunately. In the new version 4.7, you'll get Aave. So everybody's waiting for Aave. We'll support that. We found a solution to the Polkadot DOT.
Dot.
Yes. Yeah. What happens with the Polkadot is that they have this mechanism that if you have less than one dot, which is now like $10, $11, who knows? It's crazy.
Top four.
Yeah, it creates a lot of problems. It's self-destruct, or So anyway, we found a solution. I guess another couple of weeks we'll have dot as well.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing what surprises. Like we've thought we've seen it all, and then every implementation we find some problem with layer 2 or minimum balance or transfers or whatever. It's like you're never done on the
It's
tech
not
side.
copy paste. Everything is, and it's security is money. It's
Right.
people's savings. We don't want to mess around.
And
with
we
so.
support more coins and tokens than anyone else, right? So
Exactly.
so definitely.
So we're
Great
working
job.
also on HBAR, Hadera Hashgraph, and we're talking with Cardano a lot. I know a lot of people are waiting for this. We're waiting for, and I'm going to put the pressure on Fireblocks.
Right.
They want to put it, they need to put it in their supported coins, and then we'll have Cardano and Cardano staking and all that good stuff. So, Charles, this one is for you. I talked to Charles like an hour ago.
Great. Excellent. So yeah, again, we don't choose winners and losers. Our job is to support everyone in the community and let the community decide, unlike many of our competitors who have their favorite, right? Because they invested in this or that company and they select what they show you as a project that they want to promote.
You remember all the crypto companies went to Switzerland in ICO?
Yeah.
We are
Zug.
Switzerland.
We are Switzerland.
Right.
We don't have to go to Zug. We are Zug.
Yes.
All right, next question.
Next.
Okay, a lot of people noticed that the cell token interest dropped slightly. Is that something that's going to continue going forward?
Yeah, so we have billions now of cell to deploy, right, to earn yield, and it's getting just harder and harder to support that much deployment. So we just decided to lower it a little bit, and we are going to basically, that's going to give us more time to earn more on cell. We already signed up, I think, 5 or 6 partners. The first few loans already went out, so it's already happening. But the interest rate may go up, right? If we're earning more on sell, then the rate will go up even beyond the 5.12% that it used to be. So right now it's lower because we just need more time. But we hope to raise it as the income and yield increases on sell.
Impacts us as well. I mean,
that's right. Yeah,
it's not like we're coming to.
Nuke and I are on a top 5 right there. We're earning less, believe me. It's not like we are enjoying lowering the rate on sell. So next question.
All right. Would it be possible to have joint accounts for couples to manage their assets together?
It's on our backlog. We have 400 ideas, and this is one of them. Again, we're users. I would love to have that, just that the backlog is so deep. Hopefully now that we're beefing up the team, we'll get more and more of these features, but definitely on the backlog. When, I don't know yet. So.
Next question.
Yes.
All right. I love your guys' t-shirts. Are they for sale? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Celsius.network.
Yeah, it's a great question. Here we go.
Represent.
So there are 2 sites. There is a site on usastrong.io that's shipping in the US, only US customers, and it has a little bit different design. And then there is a site that is on our website, right? That's shipping worldwide, but it's more expensive because those guys charge more money. So for the US users, we basically found a second supplier, USA made t-shirts, and it's only $18. The one on the homepage has many, many more designs, many, many more products, ships anywhere, but is almost twice as expensive. So those are the 2 options you have.
If you go out on the street with these shirts, you get some attention. Either
Definitely,
somebody says,
yes.
"Yeah, Hodl," or Celsius. It's fun. Try it.
All right. Next question here. Hi, when could I get access to the Cell app in Germany? And I think this kind of goes to a bigger question of how can any user know if they can use Celsius at all, or what features are limited inside the app?
Yeah, so look, Germany has a very tough regulator. Currently, the only way to use Celsius in Germany is through Bitwala, which is our partner. But we've applied for special permission, and we should be able to open Germany soon. We will make a public announcement when that's happening, but it's coming.
As I said, our lawyers are hard worker guys.
Our lawyers are hardworking. I'm sharing the screen, Zach, just to show if you can share the screen for just 1 second.
I was talking to Ronnie yesterday at 4 a.m. his time about these things.
Yes,
So
he never sleeps.
Your screen. Yep.
Yeah, so this is the Cell Token tab. If you go on Cell Token, you scroll down, again, you'll see our flywheel and how much we have locked up, all of our wallets. And right under that, you'll see the 4 shirt for Americans, right? $18, again, USA made, blah, blah, blah. So you can banks are not your friend, the Mashinsky method, right? If you want to advertise this to your friends, unbank yourself and hodl, right? So pick your picks.
Well, maybe some Celsius in Europe will help us start the store. So.
Yeah, well, the other store, let me just show it, you're right. The other store does ship worldwide. So again, if you go to the home page, and I think it's under, where it's under? It's under community? No, Swag Shop right here. Okay, so under community, Swag Shop, you go here and you will see, again, hundreds of designs, accessories and hats and anything you like. So you can pick your different designs and basically hodl along. All right, next question.
Can we get an update of the top 500? Can we see what it takes to get into that top 500 range?
Sure. Yeah, let's go to the top 500.
I still remember it was the top 10.
All right, I'm on the wrong tab. So top 500. Right, so if you get the top 500 and you scroll down.
Are they all millionaires now? No.
What does it take to become a millionaire? A Celsius millionaire.
Wow. A millionaire.
So this is the last.
No,
here's the last millionaire. 214,380 cell. That's what it takes, right? You're gonna be here, right in slot 179.
Who is that? I can't read.
Yeah, the kidder.
Kidder?
Yeah, the kidder. The kidder is
Kidder,
number,
you're the last millionaire.
You're the last millionaire, right? So again, obviously, we hope for everybody to be on this list. And if you want to be if you want to make it to the top 500, you need to have 71,209 cell tokens. That will get you on the list.
And in Zimbabwe, I think you need 1 cell token to get
there. Yeah, Zimbabwe dollar millionaire. Yes. So, all right, next question. Let's go. We have a lot of them. So let's keep them short so we can answer more people.
Okay. Nalanistic's asking, Alex, what are you eating today?
I just got some cut fruit here. That's it. Nothing special, and some tea. So,
copy that. Okay.
Stay hydrated.
Old man's asking, any updates on New York and Washington? Very limited options there. No loans, only certain coins.
Old man, is that Miko?
So look, we're having a problem in New York right now. I think we closed it to new users because we had too many subscribers, and our custodian or trust company had issues. They have issues. They have a lot of other customers, and they're just overwhelmed. So we are trying to migrate to move to a better provider. And in the meantime, you're going to have a limited lunch, so there's only going to be a few things that you're allowed to do. Again, we're working every day to enable full service. Again, people ask me every day, right? If you don't see the option on your wallet, it means it's not available in your state. Yeah. But if you get in your car and you drive across state line and you try it again, it is going to work. So we basically geocoded based on the regulation to follow the rules. But if you move from New York to New Jersey, the law changes. You move from Texas to the neighboring state, everything changes. But we just need to be compliant, right? Next question.
Yeah.
Okay. This just came in the chat about 150 times. Cell swap. Can we please get an update on cell swap?
Yeah, Nuke, cell swap. Come on. When?
So it's in the works. Hopefully before end of Q1, somewhere in Q2.
Yeah, so sometime in March, hopefully.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I know we'll be testing in March.
Yeah, when we talk about 3 to 6 months, it means it's happening. If I tell you it's Q4, then we're not working on it. But if we are working on this, so it's coming.
All right.
Ajay Krishna is asking about the new tax law, right? So let me explain that because it's an important question. So Janet Yellen basically said, and by the way, guess what? I'm now running Treasury, and when I was at the Fed, I ran that printer. I kept pressing the print button, right? She's the one who got us to almost double since 2008, right? To double the amount of printed dollars. And now she's in Treasury, and she is actually borrowing from the Fed, right? Her buddy on the other side is like throwing cash at her all day long. And she's like, I don't have enough money. All right, what are we going to do? Where can we find cash? Well, all these people, like crypto holders, who made huge gains, made 9 million% on their Bitcoin if they bought it in 2010. How about taxing those people as if they already made that money? Not waiting until they sell the Bitcoin, but telling them today, hey, your Bitcoin is at 40,000. Guess what? You bought it at 1,000. I want 50% of that 39,000 gain, even though you didn't sell it, right? So obviously that will be hugely bad thing for crypto, because if you taxed on it and you don't have the money to pay the taxes, you're going to have to sell the crypto, right, to pay the taxes. So I don't think that, again, she cannot do it by herself. Okay, it's a law that has to be passed, and I don't think there's enough people who would vote yes for that. And every day we have more and more crypto holders who are basically going to say, forget it.
No, I read about it. I tweeted that this is a frightening thing, but the more I understood and listened, this is political posturing. It's a new administration looking,
right,
who looks more left than the other one. There's no chance. This is not America. This will be the end of America.
But they need more money. So they have to find the money somewhere.
Yeah, but if
they just printed, Alex,
for a few $1 million, and I used all my money, and now I need to pay a tax for millions of dollars for money that I don't have.
I agree with you. No, it makes no sense. But when you do things that don't make any sense, like print $7 trillion, there are other unintended consequences. And right now, basically, unfortunately, they are thinking about crazy ideas to fix the mistakes that they did just a few years ago. Okay, next question.
Okay, Nuke, Peter's asking, could you talk a little bit about security and MPC? What is MPC?
All right, yeah. So we were one of the first companies in our industry to use MPC. So we moved from BitGo, which was the classic multi-sig. What is a multi-sig? Is you need several signers to activate the contract or the wallet. MPC is not a one address that has a multi-sig on it. MPC is actually, the easiest way to see it is you take the key, you break it into pieces, and let's say we have three entities. Each entity has 2/3 of the key. So you need any two to open the wallet. So you can look at it as a layer on top of the blockchain, on top of the wallets. I'm a big fan. I think there's a lot of opportunity here. This is cryptography. It's not like a server that unifies the keys. So it's considered one of the safest things in crypto right now. Some in the MPC world think it's safer than cold storage, for example, and many opportunities. What we do with the Celsius is we moved all our assets from multi-sig to MPC. We've done it a year ago or so, maybe more. And we use Fireblocks, I mentioned them, the best in breed, but we work with all MPC. I met all of MPC guys in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, we use several of them already. So I would say we're probably the only company in the world today that's using multiple MPC providers. And again, it's hard enough. It's like if you think of it as a castle, we have several walls, right? And then we have the dugout in the middle. We have every security possible. And hackers, again, they're lazy guys. Believe me, they don't sit there and try to break your wall day and night. If they see that you have 3 walls and the next guy has 1 wall with the doors open, guess where he's gonna go? All the hackers are collecting with all of the guys that basically either didn't update their security or not spending enough money like us. We'll spend whatever it takes to make sure we have the latest and greatest tools.
We have a great security team as well, all around the world, mostly in Israel, but all around the world.
And a dedicated NOC and everything else.
Best in the business.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Okay, let's get a last push here. We're at 941 likes on the video. Let's please push it to 1,000.
Yeah, come on.
1,000 likes.
60 likes. Come on. 60
okay,
likes.
Last question here for the rapid fire. Could you give us an update on the debit cards, Nuke, and what goes into bringing those to life?
First, we need to find a good partner, and then we need to see what we're doing. We're not there yet. I think this is a Q3, Q4 thing. It's not.
Yeah, we gotta get we need the team. If you have any credit card experience, you've launched a card, you've worked on a card, you use a card, you've seen somebody else who has a car. No, I'm just kidding.
It's in the cards, but
It's in the card. Here we go. Another dead joke. All right. I knew there was a reason why we invited Nuke to the show. I ran out of dead jokes,
Yes.
All right. So partnerships. So we talked about Liquid a little bit before. Coin shares. We're launching DGLD with coin shares. So you'll have 3 different gold assets to choose from. Again, I always recommend not to put everything just in crypto, meaning BTC or ETH. You should own some gold, right? So gold, tokenized gold is just as good as regular gold. It actually pays 5.5%. So it's better than owning physical gold, right? Mm-hmm. And CoinShares is a great company, great partner of ours, $3 billion in assets, founded in 2014. I think I did an interview with them on their channel some time ago, and so on. All right, great. Next, lending. So we're gonna have a promotion for all of you who are waiting for a promo code. We're gonna have a promotion for the lending for taking a loan. It's gonna be a Valentine's Day special. So you're gonna get a $50 and $100 bonus from us if you take a loan. So get it ready, and we will announce the codes closer to Valentine's Day. But if you're planning to take a loan, now you'll get a nice bonus to incentivize you to do it even bigger, right?
Loan it even bigger.
Even bigger, yeah.
Bigger.
I started talking like Trump now. It's bigger, it's better. So OTC, again, OTC is still open, OTC at Celsius.network. I guess it's not here, it's on a different background, but the minimum is 25,000. If you remember, there was a discount at 100,000, but the minimum, you can still do an OTC transaction at 25,000. Just email OTC at Celsius.network. And again, we've added a lot of people to the OTC desk. Nuke is going to add OTC right into the app. So when you want to send something, you'll have an option with OTC, and you'll be able to send stuff to OTC directly. So that's going to speed up.
What assets are accepted in that trade? Is it just dollars?
For OTC,
stable coin.
Yeah, we definitely accept all the different stable coins, dollars, and I think they accept Bitcoin, Ethereum too.
Yeah.
So you can settle in any of the top cryptos as well. And all right, so tech update. You want to do the tech update?
Yeah. So promo codes. I've been tweeting about it. We're going one by one with these problems. These are complex problems. It's a complicated engine. Like everything, we invented a new thing, and in this case, we kind of kicked ourselves a little bit. But the good news is it's coming down. I mean, we can see that there's less and less complaints, but we're not 100% there yet. We're about 90%. So bear with us a little more, and this will be done. Web app. You saw the demo, fantastic demo. This is starting the beta. They call it alpha. I don't think it's alpha, it's beta. So beta version will be out. From the way it looks really fantastic. I think, very, very soon we'll open it both to retail and institute. By the way, on the retail part, we're going to even make it nicer and sexier and all that. So 4.7, as I said, was delayed to next week because of the Google App Store changes. The 4.7 will include iOS, the Apple sign-in. This is preemptive because they're going to kick out every app from the Apple Store that doesn't have an Apple ID or an Apple sign-in. Yes. Mm-hmm. So preemptively, before they kick us out, we are doing this. Aave is there. Many bug fixes, etc.
That's everything, yeah. So Michael is asking if I am Satoshi, if Alex is Satoshi. Michael, you know that Craig Wright is Satoshi. What kind of question is that?
That guy. I thought I got rid of this guy. He keeps finding ways to pop up.
Did you hear him? He's claiming rights to the white paper now?
Yeah.
Anyone who publishes
we need to publish on our website.
Okay,
There's like a
Zach,
revolution.
remove the Satoshi's white paper from the website. All right. So DeAndre is asking, what's your criteria for hiring people for Celsius? So we hire on passion, right? So I saw some people asking, why did you hire this person and not this person? The people that showed us that they have the most passion, they built a community, or they put something together, or they're on the channels answering questions, to supporting noobs and others to get them onboarded into crypto. These are the people that we like, right? The people that proven that they put the community first, that they're here to help others. So if you want to increase your chances of being a part of the Celsius team, you got to demonstrate, right, that you're doing all the stuff. Alessio, as an example, right, he built a whole site with like 30 different languages. He recruited like 50 people to put content. So this is the kind of initiative that we look, wow, this is the guy we want to be, we'll pay you to be focused on the Celsius community full time, right? So definitely, if you're already doing this stuff, just make sure you show it to us, because sometimes we miss it, right? Sometimes we just don't see it. It might be not in English, so we're not paying attention to it or whatever. So just when you reach out to us, show us how you're putting the community first, how you're thinking about others, and that tells us everything, right? It shows us you love the community, we love you. It's that simple. Next question.
All right, Tony's asking, how do you prevent people from buying via discount on OTC and then dumping on Uniswap?
Yeah, so obviously we are not anyone who's taking advantage of that. They might do it once, but when they come back the second time, we already know what they did, and they're not going to get any allocation. So most of the people, look, we can see when we do an OTC transaction, we can see those deposits coming into the Celsius wallet immediately, right? And that's again, the financier and other people on Twitter tell you every week how much net deposits of Cell they were, and I think we're at all-time records almost every week. Yeah. So 90% of the people are good people and they do the right thing, and the few people that abuse it, we just stop selling them. So
and usually it doesn't really work.
Exactly.
That they lose when they play these games. They lose usually. So.
Right. Yeah. So next question.
All right, Roger's asking, hey Alex, I still have a few tickets open from January 4th. Is the support team catching up?
Yeah. So first of all, we're beefing up the support team. This kind of growth is really hard to get more people, because a good support agent takes a month to train. So we're adding many more people. We're closing the gaps on the promo code. So we're starting to see the stack. I think we had like 15,000 tickets, and now we have 11,000 tickets. So you can see.
And we hired a bot, right? Maybe talk about the bot.
Oh yeah. So we hired a bot. It's still learning.
What's his name?
Ada. For some reason, that's a name. I think it's a name. Ada. No, they wanted to call it Dan. Daniel, Alex, and Nuke.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
we called it Ada. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, this bot is a learning bot. It basically reads all the material that we give it to read, and it learns from conversations. I played with it. It's actually fantastic. And actually 79%, I think, of all interactions were solved. They didn't create a support ticket. So fantastic.
And it's easy to replicate the bot. So now, again, if you guys are opening a ticket after ticket, use the bot. The bot has answers. It will, again, free up time for the agents to deal with both the emergency and the more complicated tickets that other people have. Next question.
All right. Alex, did you hear any news about going on Joe Rogan's podcast?
So look, we have a few surprises for you. So I am writing a book. So there's going to be a book published. We have a great publisher, a world-renowned publisher who's going to do it. And I'm going to be on 2 different shows, weekly shows. One is with Ron Neuner, the Banter Show. So starting February, Bethany, February what for the Banter Show?
February 5th.
February 5th. There we go. So we're gonna do like an hour long show, just focused on everything crypto. We're gonna be talking. It's gonna be a CeFi versus DeFi. Gloves on. exactly. Rapid fire debate / conversation / guest / community. So besides the Celsius AMA on Friday mornings, I think it's from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. If a hour-long or a 2-hour-long AMA is not enough for you, there's going to be another show on Friday, every Friday, covering DeFi versus CeFi.
And we have a surprise for Alex. He's not going on a Joe Rogan show. He's going on a Fear Factor.
Exactly. And there is another thing that I can't talk about yet. That's going to be like a national syndicated thing. You guys are going to love it. And on the partnership, again, Nuke's team is working like those mega deals that we talked about. So unfortunately, again, we can't announce them yet. But the minute, again, it's not up to us. The customer decides. Just like Liquid said, yes, you can mention this and that. The other partners want to launch first, and then we can mention things. So updated. And the good news is that we have deals upon deals coming in. We have more deals than people in Celsius. That's how busy we are on the inflow. But onboarding a lot of these people, many of them are first time into crypto. I'm talking about the partners are first time into crypto. It just takes much longer. So, but all of that is in the works. Next question.
All right, Nuke, going forward, how will forks be handled?
So there are many types of forks. There is in the case that is, a fork that is not tightly connected to the chain, like Flare, for example, which they call themselves fork, but it's not a technical fork. That was pretty easy for us to work with them. But think about how Celsius works, right? We don't all hold the coins. Coins that we hold don't yield, right? So in order for us to support a fork, we need to recall all the coins or buy coins, make sure that we have one-to-one coins on a wallet while the fork happens. And sometimes it's just impossible. Most of the time it's impossible. And then when the fork happens, then you have a new chain. When will that chain have a wallet? When it will be supported by your MPC? That could take years. So, my suggestion, if you want a fork and you have some coins with us, just pull the coins for that day, put them back.
Right. We do support a few forks, right? And the ones we think will make it, and we'll make announcements about them, obviously.
Yeah.
But we can't support all forks. All right. So Jake is asking, when sell Moon again?
When Moon?
When Moon?
Yes.
So first of all, we already passed the Moon. We passed Mars. Just look at the sell price, right? We're holding at several thousand% return just since 2020. But again, Celsius is doing everything for its community, and that's all that matters, right? If we continue to grow the community, we continue to deliver in terms of yield and security and everything else, the Cell token will take care of itself.
I can talk for the development team, which is almost half the company. We never look at the Cell token price as a motivation to do anything. Everything we do does it improve our product? Does it bring more users? Does it support more coins? All that. So we never look at, hey, will that bring Cell token to $10? We don't care about that. We care about the company doing well. And if you look online, a lot of people are correlating the two, and they show the correlation with Cell token and our performance. But I can tell you that looking at 2021 and what we have on our agenda, our roadmap, you saw the web app. That's just the beginning. We have the transparency initiative. People will have on-chain proof of community. Exactly. We have so many things that we're bringing, and we're not about announcing about announcements. How is that the Tron guy?
Vaporware, right? Yeah.
Yes, we are about. I promised something in January. I promised the web app in January. You saw that it's coming, so we're very pragmatic and builders,
including dark mode.
Dark mode.
All right, next question.
Dark mode's hot. Okay, DH is asking, how big is the largest single account in Celsius right now?
I know it by heart because it's my account. at $214 million.
All right, that's a big one. And also, we noticed when Shahar was showing the web app that he's got 700,000 something in assets there.
Yeah,
so who knew that Shahar was such a whale?
Yeah. I gave him the coin. No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
Yeah,
Grady.
It's what we call a staging. So staging is kind of a place that we can test in a real life environment, but we can create mock coins and stuff like that. So
it's like a
live
test net.
environment.
Yeah, it's like a test
exactly.
net.
It's a sandbox that we play in. Yes.
Copy that. Okay, lots of questions in the chat about a Euro stablecoin. Have we made any progress supporting any Euro stablecoins?
Yeah, so again, we don't decide on what is good and what is bad, right? I mean, for example, there's a German bank that is issuing a euro-based coin, and we are talking to them. And if the regulators love it and everybody, and it's safe and it's running on a compatible blockchain, we will add it. So again, part of this FCA license that we showed you, FDA registration, is clarity on what we're allowed and not allowed to do. So that clarity allows us to now move much faster with all things Europe. Like I said, that's why we're allowed to do stuff in Germany, we're allowed to do stuff in the UK, and so on. So you will see new buttons. If you're European, almost half of our customers are Europeans. So if you're in Europe, keep checking your wallet. You will start seeing new buttons show up in your wallet and you'll be able to use them. Next question.
All right, Steven is asking, should we not only be diversifying our assets, but also diversifying where we keep them, including your competition?
Yeah, so look, we love our competition. They make us look great. Coinbase pays 0.2% on stablecoin. We pay 10%.
When it's working, right?
Yeah, when it's working. So you can diversify, but you're not going to earn that amount. So from a risk perspective, again, almost every one of our competitors got hacked. Almost every one of them. BlockFi, if you're a BlockFi customer, I can go to the dark web and pull your data and tell you where you live, what password you use, what phone you use. All the information that about you is available to be bought on the dark web. So
by the way, Ledger as well, right?
Ledger as well, exactly. So
not your keys, not your data.
Yeah, not your. So again, look, I love the Ledger guys, right? But the fact is that very, very few companies in crypto, right? Maybe on one, you can count them on one hand, have never been hacked, right? So
actually, it makes the case not to diversify, because if you trust one company, yeah,
yes.
I mean,
look, I forgot to mention this. This is a very important point. We have a customer, right? The Celsian, and I'm saying that not to make fun of them. I'm saying it because it shows you how difficult it is to manage your own keys. This is a person that joined us from the ICO. He participated, one of the first people to buy Cell token in the ICO in 2017, right? Kept it the whole time, right? Everybody else who sold at 10 cents and 15 cents and so on. This person didn't sell anything, sat on his hands for 3 or 4 years, right? Now it's worth millions of dollars. Then he withdraws it from the Celsius wallet to a Trezor, right? A Trezor, which, I mean, what else? Is there anything that's better than that, right? And that Trezor basically was hacked, meaning he thought he bought a brand new one and it was packaged as a brand new one, but it was already pre-programmed and somebody else already knew the key to it. And the minute he moved it over, boom, all the coins disappeared.
Yeah.
So this is, and I've heard this story again and again and again from Bitcoin OGs who lost their coins.
The CTO of XRP, of Ripple.
Right.
You can't find the password to his wallet. He has one try left, 1 or 2 tries left, I think.
That's it?
Yeah. And if you use
yeah, that young guy, yeah. Wow.
So none of us are good at this. None of us are good at keeping keys. It's not like there's some people who are exceptional in it and some people who are dumb and don't know how to do it. Some of the best people in crypto, right, are facing the abyss, like this, like the CTO of Ripple, right? So all we're saying is that it's not that we trying to convince all the not your keys, not your coin guys to come to Celsius. That's not the point. The point is, If you know what you're doing and you're super safe and you know how it works and you never had a problem, great, good for you. But 99.9% of the population, of that 7.5 billion people, don't know how to do it, and Celsius solves that problem for you. So you want to diversify? Maybe. But, keeping your eggs in a very, very safe basket sometimes is better than keeping them in 7 baskets where you don't even know where the keys are. Yep. Next question.
All right, Santi is asking, I'm really excited as a US user to start earning in Cell. How can I prove to Celsius that I am accredited?
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't implemented that. We'll need to do some checking. We can't just, take the word of people. So we'll have to do checking, and then we need to get the lawyers to work on it and tell us what we can, put the guardrails on the dev team. So
again, we haven't launched that program yet.
Yeah.
It's coming, and we're using outside services for this, like verifyinvestor.com, I think is the website. So we're going to be using outside services for the verification process. We're not going to be doing it ourselves. Next question.
All right, Jack Parkey is asking, can you withdraw assets from Celsius directly to a bank account?
When you withdraw, so there are banks now who are going to be supporting stablecoins. So you'll be able to actually take a stablecoin and send it to them. It's coming. It's not there yet. Today,
just announced like a couple of weeks ago.
Right. So today it's still you're gonna have to basically convert it and then withdraw it. So when the swap come in, you'll be able to convert into dollars, for example, and then do a wire transfer on ACH or something like that. But not yet available today. Next question.
All right, Kristen's asking, if Celsius ever goes public, will you maintain the 80% of revenues going to the community?
Yeah, and there's no reason. I mean, the opposite. The investors in Celsius would want us to maintain it because they wouldn't want us to lose all these customers, right? If we suddenly paid you half of what we pay you now, you're all going to leave and go somewhere else, right? So investors in a public company want the company to do very well, right? Want the company to continue do well. Take Amazon as an example. For 25 years, Amazon didn't make any money. Every penny they made, they reinvested into facilities and infrastructure and robots and this and this and this. And they were rewarded, right? The stock price kept going up. So we are planning on that. That's our model, right? Give everything back to the customer.
And if it ain't broken, why fix it, right?
Exactly.
It works.
All right, Daniel's asking.
We say that on every MA, so let's say it again. We're profitable. We have not had any hacks. And none of our institutional customers have defaulted on us or didn't return the assets or anything like that. We don't have any bad loans, right? We have more assets than ever. We have more users than ever. We have more Celsius assets. Again, when you want to diversify into BlockFi, for example, ask them how much cash or your own assets do you have in the company. Right? Don't listen to their bragging, all the billionaires who invest in them. How much does BlockFi itself? How much cash do you have? How much do you have in other assets that are BlockFi assets? How much does your CEO hold in BlockFi? And then let's compare it apples to apple. Celsius has close to $2 billion B with a B for a billion. Billion.
Don't ask Zach. Bring the CTO of BlockFi.
Right, but even Zach, I mean, he has nothing in there, right? Yeah. So he's just waiting to cash out, to sell out to somebody. The point is that if something happens in BlockFi, how exactly are you going to recover that, right? If there's nothing in there, it's almost empty, right? I have $214 million of my own money sitting right next to yours, right? That's what you should care about, right? That's all that matters. The company itself has close to $2 billion in assets, our own assets, right? If something happens, that's where we go first, right? So that's what you should compare to. Who is safer? Who's going to take care of you if something happens? Next question.
All right. Everyone's always asked about insurance, but it's not just about having insurance, right? There's a lot that goes into that. They're protecting assets.
Right. So again, people tell you we have insurance. Well, what does the insurance cover, right? Oh, it covers if we get hacked. If the insurance covers when you get hacked, and you have all of the assets sitting in your cold storage, then how are you earning yield?
Yeah.
Right? Earning yield means you lent out the coins to somebody, to an institution, to a retail user, to an exchange, to DeFi, right? So it's all about managing the risk and managing the deployment. Like Nuke needs to worry about multi-sig and how do I manage keys on exchanges or on DeFi and whatever else to make sure that the coins come back to us, right? And that's all that matters. If you see that our wallets have 5 billion in assets, 5 out of 6 are sitting in our wallets, and we keep paying you interest, you should be super worried.
And by the way, one of the benefits of moving to MPC is that insurers actually are willing to insure hot wallets.
That's right.
So we have, I think, a $30
million insurance.
And we're increasing
the only
it to
ones,
100. Yeah.
the only ones with a hot wallet insurance.
Yes.
Because, like Nuke said, we have MPC. So again, so the point is you want to see deployment, you want to see no hacks, you want to see MPC and all that stuff coming in. You want to see full transparency, like proof of community, and so on and so on. And otherwise, what kind of business is this? Again, BlockFi loses money on every transaction. They're just trying to make it up in volume when they go public.
Well, it's very Silicon Valley-esque.
Exactly. Definitely not acting in your best interest. You know, pay them $200 and get that credit card. That's a great deal. You know?
Yikes. Okay, Joshua's asking, will there ever be layer 2 support for loop ring and other
native layer 2 support?
We're not there yet. We're working with Loopring guys, and right now you have to go to layer 1 to communicate with our MPC. So it's not just us, right? It's Loopring, it's the MPC providers, and then us.
Yeah, we have the whole chain has to support it.
No, it's early days. This thing, it's like working with DOS, and we think about mobile phones, right? So in 5 years, I'm sure that this will be a joke. Hey, what's the problem?
Right.
We're moving layer 1, 2, and 3. So, but we're
All right, Daniel Johnson is asking, your weekly AMA is great and gives us a ton of useful information. What's the best way for the community to send feedback to the team?
In terms of the tech team, or?
Well, just say, I think he's asking, like, how do we communicate with Celsius to let them know what we want and what's a priority for us?
I'm on Twitter. Try to be every day, at least once or twice a day, and I answer. I don't even look if you have 1 follower or 1 million follower. I try to help. But we have tens of thousands of users, so we can't obviously have 100% time. So yeah, I mean, our team is trying to be approachable. I'm trying to be approachable, but we also have work to do. So we're trying to balance the two. But if you want to contact me, Nuke Gold on Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah, I saw a comment, several comments. One was about TransferWise. One was about another bank that's blocking you. Look, the best way to convince these vendors to support Celsius is for all of you guys to complain, right? If you complain, if they get 100 complaints or 1,000 complaints from their own customers telling them, hey, I use TransferWise every day, you blocked me, fix it, or I'm moving out, then they'll enable it, right? Because they need to see the support. They need to see that this is something that has to happen. So definitely, we are always ready. Like Nuke is always ready to work with partners. But when somebody blocks us, it's not because we did something. It's usually because their security or their internal people decided, oh, this is not important. Then we see a lot of money going over there. Let's just block these guys.
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it was to make us look like fools. Now, every time everyone who blocks us looks like a fool.
Right.
It's like, so.
I've got a report. So we got 1,200 likes and only 4 thumbs down. So we're killing it right now. Great job.
Nuke is taking over from next week. Since I'm doing the Benta show, Nuke is going to do the AMAs.
Did you notice that every video...
You killed all my stats until now. That's it.
You know that every video is one guy that gives thumbs down? I think
I think it's a Nexo guy.
I think it's exactly one Nexo guy looks at every video and puts a thumbs down.
All right, we have a last special guest.
Hello.
Chrissy is joining us.
How's everyone? How was your
show?
Great.
We did a
Great.
big promotion for USA Strong.
Oh,
Did you-
nice.
did you
nice.
sell any
So
shirts?
thank you to all the customers helping the economy and their local communities. We appreciate it.
Tell us which is the favorite, because you have 4 shirts.
Yes.
Huddle.
Huddle is the
Huddle,
favorite. All right, you
And
see
then
like this one.
banks are not your friends.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
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 Wear it to your local bank.
Great. And what else? Are you adding any more hot items like that Celsians should
Everybody
be
wants
looking
the
out for?
coin. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the coin on this site.
Exactly.
That's
And-
the
and-
next one.
And
It's
you have
beautiful.
to ship.
It's
And
shiny.
you have to ship outside the US. Come
You-
on. Well,
You
So
know?
UK Strong is coming. It's
Nice.
coming.
UK?
UK Strong. Yeah,
Nice.
it's coming. Coming.
Start practicing your accent.
I was trying to do Puerto Rico
My
strong,
British
but
accent.
she's not
Yeah.
interested in Puerto
I
Rico.
could be a Brit. Could
We're
be
a UK
Queen.
company,
Queen.
if you didn't know. These coins are great, by the
Yeah.
way. You have to,
Yeah.
I gave it to my kid, he's 5.5.
Yeah.
He thought he got a full Bitcoin. Like
Aw.
You get excited?
he was dancing and jumping on the couch because he thought it was a real
That's
Bitcoin.
right. Yes.
So
Yeah, my kids
Very
also
nice.
they love the coins.
Yes.
All right. So what else is new? What's your thoughts on the news in crypto land? What you see me like
Fear. The
you-
fear.
like this is a little
Fear for
tired
no
of watching
reason.
all the crypto stuff I watch every night. So
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be scared of Janet Yellen.
right. So the FUD you think is overdone, right? The fear, uncertainty,
Well,
and
again,
doubt
I
in
just
crypto.
I would not be fearful of Janet Yellen. So let's just put her aside for the moment.
What about the hack, the double spend? What do you think about that?
So there's no double spend.
That's right.
Right.
You see?
So I would not worry
We
about
have
that.
another hour
So
to
two
explain.
things I would just calmly put aside for now. Yeah.
All right. What else? What other news we need to cover? What else happened in crypto? So we went to 42,000 and we dropped to 29,000. What do you think about that price action?
So maybe some newbies, need to learn. I saw a very good,
Not bad, not bad.
very good quote that maybe we need to put a Satoshi white paper in every hotel room where the Bible is.
Instead of the Bible?
In Satoshi, one
People
nation
love
under
it.
Satoshi.
read and learn.
You're killing it. Right.
across the
You make
world.
me look bad. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone.
Chrissy's got much better commentary than the two of us put
Yes.
together. Look
All
at
right. I
this.
love
All
you.
Just a closing.
Bye.
Right. Give us a closing statement.
Right,
Like about
so-
Bitcoin. What do you like better? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Polkadot?
Oh, sell token. Bye.
Good answer.
She
No,
nailed
Oh,
it.
Alex, I was hoping that if we could, we got some sick memes here. I was hoping
Yeah.
we could share those.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to post them? Sure, show them. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Bitcoin drop.
Oh my God.
There we
You see
go.
it?
There we go.
Wait, you look just
Oh.
like Bernie Sanders.
We're the same age.
Oh,
We all-
Yeah, Alex and Bernie.
that is a killer shot.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other ones?
Why is that?
Oh, Alex, push the button. You got Alex pushing the button here.
Yeah, pressing the
Oh.
button.
Oh, it's live. I thought it was a meme. But I'm there.
Right, you're part of the picture.
Yes.
And then I think we have one more. This is the way right here. Here we go.
Oh, all right.
This is the way.
That's great.
Apparently, mittens is the way.
Yeah, mittens with kittens. Yes.
I
Perfect.
have to say that Bernie looks exactly how I look when my wife goes shopping. Like that's it. Like
Yes. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us for our weekly AMA. And keep hodling. Don't get nervous. Don't get scared. Good days are coming. New highs are in front of us. And again, there's a mountain, an avalanche of new users that are coming, and they're going to make sure that Bitcoin prices are going to go higher. When Bitcoin goes higher, Ethereum goes higher. When Ethereum goes higher, alts go higher. So it's just, again, a chain reaction. So just sit on your hands. Don't do anything. Think about your allocations. Okay, make a plan, right? The Mashinsky method. You got all 7 steps, and just plan ahead, and then just take your time, right? Don't get flustered. Don't get rushed. Don't sell your coins. Hodl your coins. And we'll see you next week. Thanks, Nuke. Thanks, Zach, Shachar, and Jake, all of you guys, thanks for all your help. Bethany and Chrissy and Tamid, and we'll see you next week. Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody.